Hello. As a devotee of Inanna, I am very excited to celebrate the ancient festival of Kin Inanna this month. Kin Inanna was an ancient festival celebrated in Nippur during the 6th month of the ancient Mesopotamian calendar in honor of Inanna. The festival proper begins September 16th this year, or day 12 of the lunar calendar, with the main celebrations happening around the full moon. This week, starting on day 5 of the lunar month, which is September 9th this year, Inanna's statue would be taken out of her temple to visit Enlil's temple for 2 days, followed by a visit to Nana's temple for another 2 days. During this time, while she was away, her temple would be thoroughly cleaned and offerings for the festival would be assembled. So a good way for modern practitioners to celebrate this week would be to take apart your altar to clean and reorganize everything. Maybe start thinking about if there are any special offerings that you would like to prepare for next week as well. If you are interested in learning more about Kin Inanna, I'm planning to offer a series of public rituals for the festival. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm taking a pagan clergy training course right now. For my ordination project, I have to do some type of community service project that can be something like volunteering, offering a free workshop or free readings, starting a prayer circle, or things like that. I couldn't decide on what I wanted my project to be, but while I was in the middle of doing my great feast celebration for Rod and Ring last week, the idea to do a public ritual for Kin Inanna came to me. It would be a great way to help reestablish these old traditions, and it would also give me practice writing and leading rituals. I'm still working out all of the details, but I'm leaning towards using Facebook Live. I'm thinking about doing a series of several rituals at different points throughout the festival. The first will likely be on September 19th for the height of the festival. Inanna will be adorned in jewels and receive many offerings. The ritual will include an oracular reading and blessings from Inanna for the coming season. In the original version of this festival, the king would offer a goat to Inanna, which would likely be used in a divination ritual. I've taken a lot of liberties to modernize this. I think most modern pagans are more comfortable with tarot than with extispicy. I'm also thinking about doing 2 additional public rituals. Toward the end of the festival in ancient Nippur, people would bring offerings to the shrines of deified kings. Now, in modern times, we don't deify our political leaders anymore. That sort of thinking causes so many problems. In Circle of Inanna last month, we discussed that a modern iteration of this celebration could include veneration of ancestors and of our beloved dead. So I'd like to do a water pouring ritual where we honor our ancestors, beloved dead, and prominent people in our religious history. Participants will be invited to include their departed loved ones in this ceremony. Then, to conclude the festival, I'd also like to do a 3rd ritual to mark the end of the celebration. This last day of the festival was called the Perfection of the Deity, and Inanna's statue was returned to its chamber. This year, the ending of Kin Inanna also coincides with the beginning of Inanna's annual descent into the underworld, where she takes the place of her brother Dumuzi, marking the beginning of the autumn season. So I was thinking that this ritual could also include a celebration of Inanna and the turning of the seasons. I'll also put a link in the description of this video to an academic paper about the original version of the Kin Inanna festival at Nippur during the 3rd dynasty of Ur. I don't know how many other people enjoy reading academic papers for funsies, but it will be there for anyone who wants it. I'll also put a link to a schedule of Kin Inanna celebrations for this year that was put together by Prisca Long, the priestess who runs Circle of Inanna. I'll try to finalize my plans and get details out about how you can participate early this week. If anybody with more experience has any suggestions or ideas for my rituals, I'd love to hear them. This is my first time creating rituals that aren't just for my own solitary use, so any help would be greatly appreciated. I hope to see you at my Kin Inanna rituals.